Hello and welcome to True Tempo. My name is Tue, and so this is also True Tempo. And I'll be playing tempo decks within the Legacy format on my channel. Today, as you can see, we have a classic blue-red Delva deck, and but sometimes I'll be playing stuff a bit less true to the tempo name. Because I like trying stuff out. But I also like winning, so I never stray too far away from the good cards. And so, what do we have here? We have a Delva deck. Delva of Secrets. I'm not playing Tamios. I want to attack life totals and bolt them. Um, this is the Juju Bean style one drop. I have druids in the sideboard, and I don't have them in the main because I feel like we have so many matchups in the current metagame where you're not really allowed to grind. You just need to not die, um, and for that reason, counterspells like this are sweet. Grinding is for like mirrors and against control, but that's like a small part of the metagame. Minor Misstep and Pierce can do a lot of good things against Reanimator. Countering Reanimate at any point in the game is awesome. Pierce can count like a Grim Monolith against Forge, One Ring against Red Stompy. I think it's a fine card. And I'm looking forward to trying these. It's like this kind of shell is rarely seen. Like just classic one drops and counter spells in these at these numbers. But I think it's totally viable. And so what else is interesting in this deck list? I think the 3 unlicensed hearse is worth mentioning. I never tried 3, but 2 was always my max. And the thing is, I was considering how do I approach the blue-black reanimator matchup, as we all do. No matter what you're playing, if you're playing that deck, you're thinking about the mirror. And if you're playing any other deck, you wonder how do I approach beating Plan A into Reanimate, the Plan B of Tamio, Murktide, and Bergoyf, maybe Bowmasters, and so the thing is, my deck is good at attacking the life total, countering Reanimate, and in that way, I think I have a decent shot at beating the Plan A game one. I think I'm well set up without any like actual factual graveyard hate cards. And post board, Baragorf is an issue. Pyroblast helps us defeat Tamios and Murktides. We also have Heats and Bolts in some extent. Heat can pretty often take a Murktide, but not always, of course. It's mostly there to take Baragorf. Baragorf is the big pain in the ass for this kind of red-based tempo deck. So I was thinking, Unlicensed Hearse, it's slow, it's no Fairy Macabre, but if it's on board, it will control the Plan A. It will also more or less control Murktides, depending on when it hits the field, and it can keep Bergoyfs small, is my thinking. Maybe this will not work out. I'm really open to getting disappointed, but it also is an artifact, which is nice because then we can. This is also maybe a bit risky, but I think it'll work out. Board out 1 Daze, 3 Baubles, and 2 Wastelands in that matchup. Because then we still have like 4 artifacts in the deck. One of them being like I keep 1, so I have the out of drawing 1 in my opening, which is enough to get Delirium. And beyond that, just playing hers turn 2. Maybe it gets dazed or forced. We move on, and maybe we have Delirium. Um, it's it's a game where we have forces and dazes still for like free disruption. And the Dazes are good against Barragoyfs and Murktides. Forces are necessary against everything they're doing, more or less. And like shaving 2 wastelands is because I don't plan on winning by destroying their lands. I mostly keep them to be able to play my hearses and to some extent play around their days. But my game plan is attacking and getting a hearse down. And I like that plan. Let's see if we get paired against the big dog of the metagame. And if we don't, well, maybe I'll try that strategy in another video, because I'll be playing tempo decks every week. Not always with red, sometimes with like wide removal. I like that actually, and yeah, all flavors basically. So without further ado, let's play some games. All right, round one with Blue Red Delver, and if you hear some sounds in the mic, that's my newborn son who's sleeping in a sling right here. He was also there during the deck tech, but I think he's sleeping fine, so we can go ahead and play some Legacy. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's awesome. Why is it awesome? Because I have 2 lands. Channeler with Bauble, that's kind of the perfect start. And cantrips and some protection. Protection in the sense of protects the channeler from removal. Doesn't protect me from dying, perhaps. But okay, another land. Time doesn't tell me anything, so I'm just gonna play my own game plan without worrying too much about him for the time being. Pierce against the blue deck, I think that's fine. Instants will be going to the graveyard easily anyways, so it's not that valuable in the graveyard. I like that. Let's see what he's cooking up. Oof. Okay. Hope he fetches, because I don't have the bolt for that. Okay. He might have another one in hand, of course. In which case I'll be pondering for a bolt to see the most cards in my turn. Basic. And end of turn Brainstorm. That's rare. Like, maybe he's afraid of Bowmasters. Afraid that I'm playing Grixis. Maybe he's setting up a miracle? No. Okay, there it is. I will need to find a bolt or I'm cooked, basically. Battleskull. Oh, classic. This is 20 what? 14? Okay, the Daze is nice. Pond might also, if I find a bolt, it'll let me get Delirium. Nice. Okay. And having the Daze here is awesome. Yeah, I'm fetching anyway, so no reason to think about the other cards. So I'm hoping he forces here. It would make sense to protect. Getting the Battleskull in play is so good. Wow, okay. It's my lucky day. That I won't be needing. Can he double force? This I like, because he might have another Stoneforge coming up. If I get to untap with this, then I'm doing awesome. Yeah, by the way, that explains his turn 1 Brainstorm. He knew he was fetching. I guess he has a stacked hand, I imagine. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna untap with permission. Gonna play my fetch so I can surveil end of turn. What a beautiful start of Blue-Red Delta against Blue-White Stoneforge. And having good cards, like my cards are lining up perfectly so far. Having the Daze for the 4s, yeah, couldn't ask for more. Well, Spell Pierce coming in clutch. Perfect timing. That is fine. I have extra cards in Brainstorm. I like having a force of will here to seal the game. Then I'm not gonna surveil, of course. I could have surveilled before, but then I wouldn't have misstep up. So I prefer having my options open in that case. Keeping the land in hand for Brainstorm, but I'm not playing it yet, I think. Like, he could be a Supreme Verdict deck, so even if I find a 1-drop, I'm not playing it. I have a misstep for swords, so I'm well set up, fighting against the swords. Yep. There's a world where I Brainstorm first. No. That might just be my blue card for force. I have lethal now between the bolt and 1 attack, so. No, yeah, nice. Quick and easy. That Daze was clutch. So, blue-white old school control. I like boarding out wastelands as much as possible. Just having gas. The heat can kill a Teferi ticking up, but I also have pyroblasts coming in. I have druids. And usually I actually like Force of Negation, as I usually in the present tense, but it's kind of past, like a few years ago when I played this matchup often. I like having just more counters because the game drags on and this becomes a hard counter. It becomes like a cancel on a planeswalker, which is fine. Brazen is pretty bad. It attacks. It attacks, but that's it. Hers, I haven't seen any reason to play it. It kind of is a threat that can go and kill him in 1 swing, potentially, at some point. But I like having Dazes against his Teferis and whatnot. But on the draw, I don't hate just seeing what 1 hers can do. Kind of for science. I don't imagine it'll be strong. But you never know. For science. Pretty not strong science, of course. putting in a 1-drop, but the 4th Daze is really not that strong as well on the draw. But yeah, okay. Keeping a 1-land channeler Brainstorm hand any day of the week. I'm also dazing removal spell any day of the week because I'm missing my land drop probably anyways. So I'm not losing out on anything. Actually, I think I'll daze. No, My Daze is for Stoneforge. That I smell him cooking up. With this favorite Brainstorm play of his. Okay, nothing. Fine. Okay, let's Brainstorm, find a land, find a bolt. Happy to put that in the graveyard. Like creatures and artifacts are usually the most difficult cards to get in the graveyard. Okay, I found what I looked for. Would prefer to fetch, but yeah. Can't complain. With all this, do I need double force? I don't think so. But then maybe I prefer, since I have bolts, I feel like one bolt and one force of will can go, and then maybe I'm drawing, depending on what happens. I'm drawing maybe the force, but I don't think so. I think I don't want both of them. If I get a chance to activate my surveil capacities here, then I think I'll be happy to get rid of them. Guess if I get to hardcast this at some point, it's much better than force of willing. Brainstorming. My Parablast is valuable. I think I'll let this go. My mana is not going to be used for some time, so it should be easy countering at Teferi, Murktide, Narset, stuff like that. Okay. In this case, I'm just taking my turn and attacking. I don't want to rush. I'd rather get maybe get rid of the bolt if he does something now with my Pyroblast Surveil trigger, and then on my turn get a really nice Brainstorm going. Find a fetch, stuff like that. Counterbalance, awesome, sweet. We're playing against counterbalance. I love it. I would have liked to play my own, but I thought about it. I just don't think it's the metagame is right for it. Okay. Question is how I'm. Okay, that can go into the graveyard, I think. Yeah. So I need one card type. And it's Ponder or Artifact. He hasn't done anything, but he hasn't been forced to do anything as well. The question is, do I play around Supreme Verdict or no, not? I have so many creatures, so I feel like I should play out a Delver, risk it getting a sweep here, and then playing Supreme and playing Murktide and protecting that all the way to the bank, and then I'm actually Daze is pretty bad now, so get rid of one Delver. One Daze. Daze on top. He really is a Supreme Verdict deck. But I feel like my clock is just not good enough. I have to either force it out of him. Sorry, I had a sneeze coming up. Force it out of him, or put on a clock, basically, before he finds it. Is he a Blood Moon deck? Guess, yeah. The question is if he's playing it post-board against me. I wouldn't recommend it, but it can be strong. Okay. I can let him bounce a 1-drop and he'll draw a card, but I think that's fine. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. Like if he shoots this one with the swords, yeah, it's fine. And then we just bolt, play a Murktide, and I don't want this Daze. Don't want this creature. I want like Pyroblast, Questing Druid. Pyroblast. Awesome. Now, I could, since I have double Murktide, well, what's my graveyard looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a world where I feel like I should keep this bolt. I should Pyroblast here because I'm tapping out, and then I can between my bolts and second Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just I'm 1 card away from having lethal next turn. With my second Murktide, I think I'm 1 card away. Maybe I'm there. Yeah, I'm there because, right? Well, let's see. This I'm protecting at all costs, of course, hoping he doesn't have Supreme. Yeah, I'm 1 land drop away. No, I'm not 1 land drop, sorry. I bolt, then I have 5 cards, then I have perfect, yeah. So, Jace with Pyroblast backup. That's a shame. Guess I'm forcing first. But I'm getting him to a theoretical 1 here, so it's not okay. Can't complain about that draw. He needs Force of Wills that he would have played before. I guess Force of Negations. Okay. But I'm not letting him untap, of course, with blue mana up. Alright, round 1. Classic matchup. See if round 2. Alright, round 2, game 1. And that's a keep. I prefer drawing having a 1-drop in my opening 7, of course, but having a force is sweet. Okay, interesting. Since I have the Brazen, I could wait, but I don't have the pressure, so sooner or later I'll have to force this. So I'm forcing now. And can get rid of Brainstorm because this Brazen might save me if he has another one, being allowing me to get down a threat underneath the Chalice before you replace it. Now, this could go back to bite me if he has a Saga draw, but I'm gonna Wasteland and hope to draw out the game a bit. Let me draw a 1-drop a creature, and okay, Eldrazi. Okay. Well, let's find creatures. Wasteland is okay, but I really need a threat. I can't really say no to the Wasteland though. I'll Brainstorm next turn. Okay. Chalice coming up. Yeah. Okay. So the question is the timing. I think I'm just gonna waste. Well, the thing is, these are not very good, but the next land he draws will allow him to play anything. If I bounce end of turn, yeah, maybe that's better. I'm gonna do that. Since I'm just kind of hoping that he has no extra lands now, and that will allow me to get a good turn next turn, bouncing this end of turn. Brainstorming, fetching, getting down a 1-drop, wasting all these things. Okay, scary. Scary indeed. Okay, Daze might be awesome. Let's see. That is not so good. What Ponder is at least a shuffle. Force is good if he doesn't have a Kevin, which I'll be wasting. But yeah, really not doing very well here. Get rid of Cavern for sure. Like it's just, I could have seen, of course, with Bauble before, but I don't think it changes anything. Thought not. Okay. I need a Murktide at this point so I can finish the game quick. If I can Daze here, it's my lucky day. I have Brazen, of course, to attack with if I get the time to play it. It hurts. Poor guy. Getting dazed turn 5. But having Daze is good in all kinds of moments. So he has no Chalice. He has a tapped Grim Monolith. He has only 1 land. Wow. He's not doing good anymore. I could Brainstorm, get rid of a land, but I don't think I'm even forced to use my force in this coming turn cycle, so I'll just Surveil and have a good Brainstorm turn next turn, or play the Brazen actually. That's more likely. Just get the clock going. And that's it. Okay. I got a bit lucky there with my slow draw. So, consigns, awesome. Force of Negation is not awesome, but it's it might be necessary to just for Chalice. I saw beyond Chalice also the Monolith, but mostly it's just for Chalice. Monolith, he's not playing keys, so it's just a ritual effect, I imagine. Yeah, so mine on messed up is bad. Bolts are bad. He has some targets, but not a lot, I imagine. He can easily have draws that where it does nothing, at least. Daze is pretty bad on the draw against all his mana and Cavern of Souls. But I'm also reluctant to go too low. Spell Pierce is bad on the draw. So, what's the last cut? I think it's gonna be Daze. The thinking being that like between Force of Negation and Consign, I can also counter Kozilek's command. And on his turn with the Force of Negation and with Consign on my turn. So in that sense, it serves a deeper role, Force of Negation, than just countering Chalice. But it's really borderline. If I had some good removal for artifacts, I'd love to not play it. Okay, so let's see what he's working with. I don't mind kind of holding up Consign, Surveil, Cavern. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but still, surveilling and pondering is so similar in when it allows me to hold up Consign. I like that. So, Fleshbreaker coming up. Chalice. Okay, awesome. We can consign that one. Can also daze it. We can also daze it, but I don't like that when I have no board presence. I prefer well, thing is, my counters don't do anything unless I find a waste. If I can get a Surveil land and Daze, get some looks, but I'm not wasting, so he's kind of free to, and yeah, he's free to play. What I really want to find is a wasteland, so that's why I'm gonna go Volcanic, Consign, then Ponder in my turn. Because my counter spells don't do anything as long as he has that Cavern. Okay. It's better than a land. Okay. Chandler. I need a threat, but I guess I'm not gonna say no. I'm hoping that this will get the job done. And if I have to counter something, I prefer getting rid of the land with my Surveil trigger. That's a slow tap. Okay, nice. I can counter this. That's all I'm looking for. Do I think Daze is gonna do anything? No. Brazen can attack. And I'm drawing a force, which I can pair with my Brainstorm. And then I do have a clock in the air that can beat, like if he plays next turn uncounterable Thought Knot. I can beat that just flying. Dismember. Okay, Daze would have been good. Well, now Thought Knot beats me, I think. But let's see. Just exactly. A hearse. I mean, that's fine, right? That's kind of slow. Yeah. So, plan B for Brazen Borrower, just attacking. Okay, now I'm gonna try and find Delvers and Wastelands. Murktide is nice, better than Delver. So, and then I'm happy to draw and play Meltdown next turn, I guess, yeah. Poor guy. One turn too late with Hearse. Okay, feels like we're cruising, even though our hands are not awesome. His hands are just slightly worse. Can't be countered. Okay, get the beatdowns going. I have a 2-turn clock. Imagine that's better than what he can do. Nice. It's just he's on 0 cards. Yeah. He can't attack. Yeah, he is in trouble. He needs like a big one that can a big some kind of Ugin or something that can exile. Okay, well, cruising, round 2 over. Well, not much to say. This is I'm having a smooth gameplay experience. Enjoying Blue Red Delver. Let's see what happens in round 3. All right, round 3. Let's see if we can keep on winning. Nice die roll. I win here, and my opponent, I checked them out, and the last time they had results, they played mono black mid-range list. That might have been just once, but that's interesting. Let's see if we. I'm gonna keep this, by the way. Will it surveil? Mono black mid-range is probably difficult. Like fair creatures, Baraggoyfs, probably kind of an awful matchup, but let's see. I hope they're on the mirror or something instead. Mystic Sanctuary. Okay. Well, not mono black mid range. So that means that they have few lands. I imagine they have more than this, but it's a risky keep if they just kept this and a cantrip. Daze. No, I need creatures, wastelands, or cantrips. Okay, that won't help. Just playing a Volcanic. I don't see a reason to play the... Well, yeah, I'm playing the fetch. If I draw a Brainstorm, I can get rid of 2 lands, so... Seems better. But this is, once again, looking to be a slow draw from my end. Wow. Okay. Spicy. Well, I'm gonna Spell Pierce that one. What are we playing against? Some kind of high tide deck? Nah. I have no idea. Interesting. Looks like a bad card. I might play it just to attack. And this bolt is probably doing nothing in the matchup. I assume he's doing something unfair with his Sapphire Medallion. Let's see. Having red blasts is decent in this matchup. I think I should just use my minor misstep while I have a decent target. Yeah, so he misses a land drop. Couldn't expect, couldn't hope for more. Wow. I'm actually paying my land so I can hardcast Force of Will in next turn cycle. But this is pretty horrendous. my draw here. Okay, well, I'm bouncing that one. Just to keep him slow. Pretty afraid of what I assume he's playing Stock Ups. It's pretty cool playing Stock Up for 2 mana. That can go crazy pretty fast. And I don't mind just bouncing, and if I draw nothing, preparing to hardcast Force on the Medallion. But I feel like when he has all spells, no lands, this Medallion is going to be pretty strong if he gets to untap. But I feel not very favored to win this game because I have nothing going on, and I assume he's close to doing strong things. Okay, nice. Maybe I can Daze with my Thundering Falls. Although that might be an error. If I can Daze this turn, Brainstorm. I'm tempted to force this, but no. I'm not winning anytime soon, so those cards that he's drawing, I'm not gonna beat them. Wow, he's sticking hard. He didn't find a land. And then how do I play? I'm gonna Daze. I guess I'm just gonna Daze with another lane so I can force next turn. Do I even bounce a land? Yeah, I'm bouncing a land. Because if he plays Daze, I don't want my Brazen getting dazed. If I can find a wasteland, it's gonna be super strong. I know he's Brainstorm lagged, he might force here. No, okay. Just playing this. My blue mana. It's a funny game. Funny game to kick. Oof. I don't think bolts are good. Magic is so unpredictable. Really just have to make the most out of what you the tools you have at hand. I have some poor tools, but him as well. He's Brainstorm liked. He can cantrip or play Medallion, and I think I'm forcing anything really. I'm pitching the drop, by the way. No, I don't play Druid in the main deck. I'm not fetching the drop. I guess I'll fetch an island. Now he'll force, yeah. Mind's Desire, sure. So this is kind of his ritual, going to 6 mana. But I'm not playing this land, it doesn't really accomplish anything. Okay, High Tide. With, maybe not, but could be some kind of mix of Mind's Desire and High Tide. Yeah. I am pretty cooked. I assume. Like, it's too early, I think. Well, actually, if he goes next turn, Time Spiral, and I have mana untapped, I can, if I bolt him now, I can maybe draw into lethal bolts. I think that's an argument for playing. Play more. If I draw Brainstorm, okay, I'm gonna keep 2 cards. If I draw Brainstorm, okay, I'm gonna play the land to have like as much mana available against High Tide. That means I can hardcast Force of Wills, cantrip more, so on. Yep. So now he's actually just, I just need to find one bolt more. Do I do it here when he has, I guess so, not a lot of mana up. So he can change the face. Just untapping. Sure. It's also a blocker, so he's kind of protecting. Okay. Ah, yeah. That's why I shouldn't have played the bolt. Oh, that's poor. I was just tunnel visioned on Time Spiral. Yeah, that's really bad. I think that is worth killing. Force, okay. Not F6ing if he if he goes for Time Spiral, I'll need to be present, but I think this game is over, realistically. Because he has a big desire coming up. I don't know if you can hear my my newborn sleeping. He's making cute sounds. Well, I think they're cute. Uh, in his sleep. So, I mean, it's risky. Okay. He's just generating mana like that. Sure. Mana and Storm. My Pyroblasts are good, of course. My Force of Negations. My Consigns, they counter Mind's Desire. I have a lot of good sideboard cards, really. Okay, I'm just gonna yield to get this over with a bit faster. What does this card do? Huh. Is that a kill condition? Somehow? Giving me poison counters? Wow, that is a kill condition. Wow, I never saw that. That is... I don't know if it's good, but it's cute. Interesting. Okay, well. So it's basically that card just draws a card. It's pretty free. And this, what does it do? He has other combos with that? Proliferating... I guess not, but maybe he can kind of... It's like you can play two like small tendrils. You can play small storm 2 or 3 times to kill. Okay, Consigns, nice. It takes Medallion and Mind's Desire. I don't want to play Meltdown to get Medallion going or get it out of my way. Wasteland is bad. I don't mind cutting those and those and those. 2 bolts. Or do I play Cresting Druid? I snap on the fairy. I think I prefer just getting a better card in the deck. Yeah. I still have Pyroblast to kill the fairy, if that is worth it in the moment. It's quite poor, but get at least a kind of scry with the Bauble, with the fetch. Guess so. Guess I want that. It's been a while since I saw this card. Yeah, okay. Pretty expensive. Yeah, I guess I'm drawing the force. I mean, my keep is kind of weak. There's a chance that I just draw a couple of lands and I don't do anything. But yeah, I don't mulligan a lot, I have to say. Saving Pyroblast for some more key cards like High Tide or yeah, something that costs more than 1 blue. I need a threat. And I need a Brainstorm to really get going. Because, yeah, I have 2 lands too many, at least two lands. Okay. So I have artifact land instant soon. So I need a creature or a ponder. I actually think this is worth countering. Like I said, I wanna counter, don't wanna counter one drops, but thing is now I get a delirium, or I get a surveil trigger as well, and he has a fetch. It's just a lot better than a ponder. Yeah. Daze is decent against the high tide deck. So I would have loved to have it before, because now he can seemingly play around it, but still, you know, taking 1 mana off the high tide deck before they get their high tide value is decent. Not playing lands because I really hope to draw Brainstorm. Get my virtual recall going. On the other hand, I have 2 Force of Wills. Could start playing lands. Yeah, I actually talked myself into that. I feel like I'm losing this game. If I'm playing my lands, yeah, I feel like I'm probably losing this game. Playing like this, but the chances are higher that I'm losing not doing it and not drawing my Brainstorm to get going. Like at least now, yeah, that's the best scenario for me, that I can start hard casting Force of Wills. Okay, I got the Brainstorm, but now I wanna just do that end of turn and hold up hardcast Force. These kinds of matchups are great. But I feel like he's favored. Imagine he has Flusterstorm, and he has so much time to get his islands going that he can like pick a perfect spot. In my, yeah, he'll deplete my hand, I think. I need to find like a Questing Druid to get more cards. That would be the perfect, like, setting up some card advantage off of Druid. Stack based card advantage. And I really want to get Delirium. That's my Delirium. That's good for me. Okay. Just getting rid of 2 lands and fetching. I mean, I feel like we have a hope now. A decent threat and a bunch of counterspells. It might sound weird that I only think we have hope when you look at my hand, but it can just, if he has like Business and 2 Flusterstorms, then I'm out. Like he plays High Tide, I force. He can also just play another High Tide. He can easily go to a kind of storm turn that beats this. Like he's playing no business spells. So that's either getting High Tide or like a protection spell. I should definitely do something now. I guess I'm hard casting Force. But yeah, it's just brutal when when this deck gets time. It's extremely strong. I just want more counter spells. Do I believe I can get there? 11. If this was an 8/8 and I don't die next turn, then it's lethal. But it's not gonna be that big. Right now I have a 5-turn clock. I can play this as and kind of keep Delirium as a 5/5. Attack him to 11 and then 2/3. It's a 3-turn clock. And I hold up Force of Negation. I guess it's worth it. Because hardcasting this or this is kind of the same thing. Okay. So he's not flustering. Okay, well, I think I should just force now. These Dazes are not getting much better. If this is his key spell, then yeah, might have a chance. Now Fluster. Wonder why he didn't do that before. He just wanted to get rid of his force, make his Fluster guaranteed. So now, does it change anything regarding my keeping Murktide on top? Like I'm gonna force of negation on this one. 5-turn clock, 3-turn clock. Like 5-turn, looking for a better card. I actually think that the threats, that the clock is better. Now at least it's, I think it's a 2-turn clock with all this going to the graveyard, so I don't know. It's really tough. Putting it in the bin and hoping for a Pyroblast or a Force is, I mean, it's totally feasible. It just feels like my odds are lower of winning if I do that. This way I present lethal, I think. With all that I put in the graveyard, I'm gonna get him to 10. Let's see if we can. I would need to find an instant next turn, because if I make Murktide 8/8, this is 1. Oh, wait a minute, 7/7/3/3. That's fine. Gotta do the math. Okay, so lethal. What do you got? Snap. A blocker. Okay. And he's looking for High tide. Okay. Okay. I needed a Parablast or something here. Let's see if he has what he needs. He's gonna go for it anyway, so I might as well get my land to get more mana. Post High Tide, if he is doing Time Spiral things. He is gonna fetch my land. A Force and a Consign. And a Druid. So he has High Tide. Just looking for another High Tide. I'm gonna start with this because I mean, that's good. It's good. Don't hate having more of those. I have 10 mana. Okay. Well, I am hardcasting. Okay, so I can fluster, storm trigger. Storm is high, of course. It's definitely, I fluster the trigger. I pay 1. I think that's fine. I'm not replicating. Well, actually, I might as well, because I'm gonna pay 1 mana here. So I might as well like this. Don't think Daze does anything. And I'll pay. So then what? Hardcasting Force. Huh. Well, that's fine. In the sense that I can't do anything, but now he's tapped out. What does he find? Like a bounce spell, I guess. Yeah. Keeps him alive. Untaps 2 lands. Yeah. I don't have bolts in my deck. That's a card. Sapphire Medallion. I'm countering that one, right? I feel like with Replicate, and now he has 2 cards. Brazen, does it do anything? Don't think so. I want Brainstorm, Ponder, counter spells. See what's the text on this one. Discard 2 cards. It's 1 for flying. That's a text. That's a text. Well. I'm looking to present lethal and draw like 1 counter spell with my baubles. Murktide between. I'm playing a land almost assuredly. I'm not drawing a wasteland this turn. Questing Druid is gonna be potentially big. Up 2 card types, land, artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, I wanna just get a threat, as much of a threat going on board. Check my top card. I mean, that's potentially good enough on high tide. Can't complain. No. Let's see what he's drawing. Land. And my time is running low, I can see. And then just go. I need to play quicker. I didn't notice how time was running. Okay, a minor misstep to save the day. Okay. What did that accomplish? Feel like I should just... Well, I'm pondering first. But he's... I think he's just playing the time here. And I just want to find like 1 counter. Daze is good enough against Snap. Okay. And my son is maybe waking soon, so I have like a double clock going. No changes. Let's win fast. It's like the Legacy Dad living. Okay, nice hand. For once we get a 1-drop backed up with counter spells. Daze is awesome here to counter his 2-drops. Yeah, this is a great start. Murktide is probably not necessary. I can consider whether I'm brainstorming aggressively. Since my hand is so good, I think I can actually do that. Getting rid of this one. Showing him minor misstep, I guess. Playing a land, attacking. Fetching end of turn. For Surveil trigger, looking for a Force. Pyroblast. No, thanks. And I'm definitely playing my lands to play around Fluster. Like I can consign the trigger, but I still need to pay 1. So looking to minor misstep his High Tide. That's the one. Yes, please. And if he plays another one, I'll Daze it. Okay, sweet. We have a 3-turn clock. And time enough, I guess. Should be fine. Sun still sleeping. All this good in the world. It's gonna get High Tides, yeah. I guess I'm forcing that High Tide. Because that's kind of what the game is about. Nice. Two-drop. Is it a medallion? Snap. Okay. That's okay. Let's see if he uses the mana on good stuff. That's not bad. I could buy some time, and time is his friend, for sure. But he has 2 cards. I'm gonna ponder. Let's see if I can... That's Delirium, that's awesome. And Parablast is great. Ponder to flip. Okay. That is getting countered. Awesome. Okay, we got there. Awesome. Sweet matchup, close, and I think it's time for my son to have his dinner. So see you a bit later for round 4. Okay, round 4 time. I lost some time because I had some weird lag, but we're here and we have a good keepable hand. Can't complain. I'd be happy to find a land in with my trigger. I think they might be on the mirror. Checked out their history. They might be on breakfast. So at least a blue deck is likely. Don't prioritize like a force of will here based on that. Like, it's always awesome getting a creature into the bin. That means Delirium is easy. Wasteland. Okay. Now I really want to find a land. Assuming it's the mirror. This. I mean, if I had a land, I'd be happy to draw the Delver, but I really just want to find lands. I shouldn't have used my Bauble right away, by the way. I was a bit lazy. I should have seen his draw step. I don't mind waiting a turn. Okay, a land and a Delver. That is awesome. I hope that he wastes me then. No such luck. Okay, force when I'm on board like this is pretty good. I'm just gonna prioritize. Like a Daze is good. I don't need more lands. Daze will be good. Bolt will probably be worthwhile. Okay, got my Daze. This will be Delirium. I'm just fetching anyway. Let's attack first. Good habit. It doesn't change much. They would have bolted this beforehand. I'm pretty sure if they had the bolt. They have to Daze on my Delver. It's really tough for them. I would let them do it and try to get Murktide going, protected by Daze next turn. This is, yeah, extremely smooth. This Brazen is my force pitch. Island, okay. Brainstorm, sure. So I guess they don't have time. I understand. Like they're under a lot of pressure. They need, but the fact that they fetch an island seems a bit suspicious if it's the mirror, because they have to just get bolts and volcanics going. Okay. I don't mind this. It's gonna get small with the Murktide. Like, I prefer protecting my Murktide with force. And yeah, let's see what we draw. Awesome. So let's see. I think he has Daze. It's likely. It's actually a very small Murktide. A lot of creatures. Still sufficiently sized to beat bolts, but yeah, let's see. This Brazen is now probably on bouncing his Murktide duty. That's what I predict. Let's see if he can handle this attack, this onboard presence. It's a 2-turn clock. And I'm still not forcing a bolt on a Delva when he can Daze me. A Cutter. Well, that doesn't fly, so I don't really care. Okay, nice. So we're playing against one of the big decks of the current metagame. On himself. Why on himself? I don't see the reason for doing that. He's drawing it anyways. There's no reason not to look at me, but yeah, okay. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, not bad. He needs, I don't know what he needs, like Parablast main deck and forces, something like that. I guess Heat can do it, but he certainly needs backup. I don't have Hydroblasts in the board. I thought about that as a kind of a weak spot in my current configuration. Another Cutter. Still doesn't fly. So doesn't really matter when I'm at 18. And that I can bolt. I don't even need to. Okay. Sure, I take 6. Okay, he just wanted to see how much damage he can get in. Fine. Okay, sweet. It's kind of the mirror. He has cutters, he has fewer 1-drops. Cutter is annoying to play against a lot of Dazes. So definitely, I like Daze quite a bit in the mirror regardless, but it's even better here. Like my Daze should be better than his. My Hearse, I mean, it's good against Channeler and Murktide. It's a bit slow, but it's definitely interesting. I have Pierce. I might have missed it. This is all just fine. Like I usually don't like Force of Will in a tempo mirror, but there is arguments for kind of protecting against protecting against his cutter draws. Like turn 2 cutter, it's not nice to Daze. Actually, yeah, his turn 2 cutter on the play draws are really, really good. Is it worth it? One thing I want to do is cut a Bauble for another Hearse. My artifact count is high, and Hearse can definitely make a difference in the game. But I'm also kind of interested in, I think, on the draw, just, yeah, I think this is what I want to do. Reason being that getting Delirium for Channeler in a Izzet Mirror is easy, and it's really not about speed all that much. I don't mind being a bit slower and having the kind of cards that I want, active cards in the matchup. Now I have like Pierce Double Force for his best draws and reasonable amount of Daze if he if it's a bit later. Like I love dazing if I have 2 or more lands in play. Okay, fine. On one land on the draw, it's quite painful. It can still be good, but definitely is painful. Like I feel, let's see what I draw, but I feel like this fetch land is getting an island. Since I have Ponder to move on from that spot. Let's see if it, wow, okay. He has a draw. He doesn't cantrip. I guess he has like the Cutter and he has good red cards and he's just let's see how I want to play this. I'm definitely just taking my turn. I can either play a hearse, which he can daze, or I can just say go. I can also waste his waste. Waste his waste. Because his waste is gonna get me regardless. This way I control. I think I like that. I can also just play a land, say go. And then how am I playing? I don't think it's... there's no rush. I'd rather just protect my mana, actually. Okay. Fine. Same. But better, because now I don't have to fetch. Interesting. He must have, yeah, a lot of wastelands. Okay. Like, I want to wait. He's not doing anything. I'd really like to play hers. Of course, I can ponder, but I'd rather pierce. If he plays something, I'd rather pierce, and then he can't waste me. I'm not really looking for anything. Maybe a bolt, but I have Prior Blast. Yeah, I'm happy waiting. This is cool. This is quite cool. Do I pierce a ponder? Yes, I do, because I can really get ahead here. Gonna play hers, I guess. Okay. Interesting that Ponder was his play when he had the land. Now, like, the Murktide is less good. I think I want to get hers going. It looks like he doesn't have Cutter, he doesn't have Chandler, so he can definitely have Murktide. Does he have double Daze? No. If he fetches, I have to activate hers, but that's fine. We're not playing against Reanimator, so it's all good. This is a cool game. He must have Pyroblast, Murktide, Bolt. So let's see if I can get him to do something about a ponder. Finding a waste would be Daze. Delver, fine as well. Just draw out some cards. Like, he can still, when he finds Cutter, he can still really do me in, I think. I don't feel really safe. Like, what's he bouncing? He's hardcasting just to get his beatdowns going. Like, I'm happy to have a Daze target here, actually. Protect my land. Yeah. He's dazing. Wow. He wants to double Daze for this card. Sure. I mean, let's see you double Daze. Now I don't know the top card. Wow, okay, just like that. How is he playing? Trying to get cards for Murktide, but that's not really possible. Okay. Predict. Cool. Cool. Getting the card advantage going. Sweet. Channel and predict, that's what we kind of all played when expressive iteration was banned. But it just, to me, it didn't feel good enough. Close, but just not strong enough. But the synergy is awesome with Chandler, of course. So how do I want to play my turn? Do I want to get Delva guaranteed? Do I want to... I think I want to play Murktide. And attack. Is that it? Is it too early to attack? I love a wasteland. I love a wasteland. He doesn't have any more dazes, I guess, because he would have double dazed me. So I shouldn't be too afraid. I think I'm gonna try and be aggressive. Yeah. Okay, Daze is awesome. And I'm just gonna play Murktide Brainstorm. See if my Murktide can get hers attacking. That's my hope. Let's see what he can do to me. If he has like another Wasteland and a Murktide, that would be strong. Okay. Playing a Murktide here, I guess. For a 7. Power Blast, okay. I'm not surprised that Murktide is dying. That was kind of what I assumed. But this way I got an attack in at least. with hers. He has 2 card types. He can easily go to like multiple instants, multiple lands. So hers will be kind of weak for a couple of turns regarding controlling Chandler completely. So Murktide. Yeah. Like he's happy getting his Murktide in. That's obvious, but I felt like it was okay to attack him, and since I had the Pyroblast, okay, he's protecting against Daze. Okay, well, let's start up by if he forces, I guess I'm gonna ponder first to find like another Pyroblast. Okay, that's a funny timing. Okay, well now my Daze is good, and that ain't bad either. That ain't bad either. Don't mind drawing a land next turn. I can, doesn't have to be now. Actually, I'm, yeah, I regret, I should have drawn the land maybe, and now I'm just, yeah, I was kind of tunnel visioned on Bolt for Chandler, but Chandler is not that good. It's giving him surveil triggers, but that's it. And the thing is, I could have played a Murktide protected by Daze if I'd drawn the land. I think that would have been better. I was too quick there. I'm gonna just do this now because he can just play a Wasteland and play a Murktide. So now that's off the board. And 3 cards. Okay, that's fine. Does he have a Pyroblast? That's a big question because Murktide is threatening an attack here. He can also have a Brazen, of course, which would be awesome for him. Okay, he had it. Okay. The game is definitely still on. I'm gonna wait to see if I want my Pyroblast. And definitely just taking this right away. At this point in the game, he has a lot of bad cards to draw. Like Chandler is bad, Murktide is unplayable, almost unplayable. Cutter is pretty bad as well because he doesn't have a lot of cards, and I'm at 17. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lethal if I have a creature to crew, which is not that easy actually at the moment, but something he would have to. Okay, this doesn't do anything now, but now he has a threat. That's no joke. And yeah, I don't want to bolt here. This game is not about bolts. Nor about Wasteland. So let's see what Brainstorm can find us. Delver. That's good. Will Daze do something? I actually think it's maybe better just getting rid of a land and a Bauble, theoretically. With the Ponder. But I'm gonna put Daze. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna accept drawing the Ponder to flip, keeping Daze. This is tough. Daze is really bad. What I can do is just put Daze and Volcanic back. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Play the kind of longer game of value. Play this around Daze, and could he have Daze? Like he could, but I think it is worth the risk. Another Delver. I think I'm just shuffling. That was 2 bad cards. I have my Bauble to up the chances of flipping my Delver. So yeah, let's see. Ponder, that is great for him. Get some attacks going, and he's looking for a bolt. I have Delirium, so Channeler will instantly get hers going. A Channeler, okay. 1 card left. Needs to be, almost needs to be removed. It doesn't actually need to be removed, but he can jump. Okay. Okay, so he is kind of in trouble if I flip, because I have the heat for the token. Okay, so I'm drawing. Well, that's actually great because it flips as well, but let's see if I can flip Delver as well. Drawing a card before I trigger Delver. And this should be enough. Yeah. Awesome. I'm 10 minutes on the clock. But yeah, it's over. Sometimes I lose the feeling of where we are. But awesome, 4-0. Polluted Delta is feeling good. So many matchups were so far either kind of classic or just nice blue cantrip mirrors. Let's see if we can get the trophy in the last one. All right, round 5. Let's see if we can finish the job. I checked out my opponent, and they play a lot of Pox. And the last time it was black-green kind of Reclaimer, Bowmaster, lands-oriented deck. This hand is bad in a lot of ways, but it's okay against like a Reclaimer land-oriented deck. So, and I don't like mulliganing if he's on a Pox strategy. So I'm actually going to keep and hope to find some cantrips. I have a Surveil. Okay, looks like the black-green deck. What is this? Wow. That's the Bitter Blossom land. people are talking, people are making that comparison. Didn't read this properly. So he's got one counter, and when it dies, he can make a bunch of insects. Okay, so I guess he's playing Pox. That's nice. Nice combo. This is a good card, probably, in his deck. In the old Hogaak decks, this was the best card, I think. Okay, but he's milling nothing that is kind of graveyard active. So I can waste, and he'll get one counter, one flyer. I feel like I should bite that bullet, but I don't have any experience playing against these strategies. I just imagine he has plenty of ways to get rid of it when he wants to. And yeah, one flyer is not too bad. But nice card. Wow. Depends on how many bad cards you have to play to make it. Wow. Hogaak. Speaking of the devil, I did not have that, even though I just talked about it, I was completely unaware of how fast that could come. Well, I ain't beating that. Oh, maybe I am. Back to surveilling and hoping he doesn't have much more, but this is cool. His deck. Hope my unlicensed hearses can do the job. Saga as well. Okay. Saga. Why Saga? I'm taking 10, by the way, if I don't do anything. Then I'm bouncing, taking 2 a turn. I think that's fine. I need to surveil into something. But, wow, Saga, I don't have the time to deal with that. Hoping they don't have a mana source to activate it. I guess I want that. Because I do need to win the game. Jesus Christ. Well, I have to take my medicine. But I am not winning this game, right? far from it. And if he has a land, I'll concede. Because this is just too much. I'm taking 4, go to 4. Okay, I'll play on. But this is really scary and impressive. How do I... It's kind of a minor graveyard theme. And a saga theme. Trying to wrap my head around what he's doing and how I attack it the best. Okay, well, now I'm punished. I was kind of on I played this island pretty lazily. Now I can't double bolt heat. But how am I winning this game? Shooting 1, blocking 1, taking 3. Yeah, there's no way. I could have thought about that before wasting, but he already saw waste. Doesn't matter. Wow. Okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to work hard for my trophy. So Bowmasters is a thing one needs to respect. Saga's Meltdown. And in the board, what would he have? Well, I can actually check. Because I think, yeah, this must be his list. Mox Diamonds, a couple of Loams, Malevolent Rumble. It's definitely a graveyard. And then just like a few good cards for his sagas. Sideboard Barragoyves, Endurance. Yeah. He's playing crop rotations. It's a really interesting deck. Kind of the rock updated with some unfair Hogaak shenanigans. I should definitely play Meltdown. Yeah. There will be targets. I feel like Force of Will is bad. Like Delver is also risky against Bowmasters, but I feel like I have to be able to put on some kind of a clock. And with Hearse, it's nice. Okay, let's try this. Being on the draw, I'll be replacing Dazes with Forces, I guess. Classic. Okay. Cool enough. I'll be surveilling and playing a Hearse. It's nice turn 2 play. But okay, he's mulliganing a lot. I think I need the help. I think this looks like a tough matchup, especially post board where Barragoyf and Endurance can really pose issues. This is cool. Must be fun deck building a deck like that. Definitely up for that. Wasteland against Saga. Huh. Okay, that's tempting. So I'm gonna heat that, right? Heat and ponder on misstep up. I'm gonna ponder. Whoops. Okay, awesome. Guess I'm drawing ponder after the wasteland. Like these wastelands are gonna be awesome, but well, since I have so many, yeah, I'm gonna save the heat for a reclaimer now that I have a second wasteland for like a saga. Okay. Sure. Since I have the hearse, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But these 1/1s are impressive. They're the 1/1s from the Hatchery. That card seems really good. Alright. These minor missteps not doing much. Oh, well, this minor misstep is... Oh, geez. I am so out of... I'm Hogaaking myself to death. Jesus Christ. That hurts. Well, trophy not deserved this time around. So, keep on keeping on. Nice. Keep on keeping on. I'm like, you have to be awake to play against this card. I can tell. And I was not awake. See if I can salvage the game. Like, this is a huge problem. If I had like a stifle, he's not attacking. Now he can make friends. Okay. Like now he has control over this. Yeah. And then what? He's gonna Hogaak me? Again? Hope I can Daze. Bowmasters. I have a timing. I have a window, I mean. Oh yeah, awesome. This is so cool. Not cool for me, but yeah, he's certainly doing it to me. Oh yeah, wow, Hogaak. Like I didn't play well, but I also feel like his deck is good. His deck is good. I'm never beating like even just the tokens is living hell for this kind of deck. This is awesome. Like it's over, baby. Yeah. Okay, for one, can't complain. Nice first video for my YouTube channel. Well, see you for the what you call it, closing thoughts. Alright, closing thoughts on this first video and this Blue-Red Delta deck. As always, it's a pleasure playing this kind of strategy, and I'll be exploring like versions of this. I was thinking that there might be kind of an uptick in small creatures. I didn't think about the deck we just faced, the black-green deck. I was mostly thinking about Mardu Energy and like Death and Taxes after the Showcase Challenge win recently. So I was thinking like, is Rough Tumble playable again? Would have been actually not awesome against this deck. But yeah, worth keeping in mind if like sweepers small sweepers are good again at some point. That's definitely a weak point of this deck. Another weak point I was thinking about was the Hydroblast that I thought of, that I talked about against Corey Steel Cutter, and something you might be able to find the space for. But like when I make these lists, even though I mostly play in leagues, don't have much time. I don't have much time for leagues as well. But regardless, I'm making the lists as if I was playing in a challenge or a big paper tournament. Well, I might change a bit if I was going to a big paper tournament, because card availability and stuff like that make a difference. But at least when I'm playing here on Magic Online, I'm thinking about the challenge metagame, which you don't always meet in leagues. But I think it's just my like competitive point of view that I want to be able to beat the best decks. As it stands, this deck, like classic Delver with Pyroblasts and Bolts, is pretty good against a lot of the decks that people like to play in leagues when they're trying out like tier 1.5 or tier 2 strategies, like High Tide that we faced. So that's what it is. It makes it a decent league choice, but I want to build it so it is also a good challenge choice, meaning being good against blue-black in all of its flavors. We didn't really see much of that. We didn't face blue-black tempo, blue-black reanimator, but I think the hearses felt good to have on the board as something substantial, something that can really make a difference and not just be a one. Like a Fairy Macabre would be ridiculous against the Hogaak deck. Like my play was a bit ridiculous as well, but I had the good card ready. I just needed to up the quality of the pilot. So I'm always up for that challenge. But yeah, I guess I won't say much more. I'm pretty happy with this kind of a configuration, but a lot of things can change, like the questing routes is not set in stone at all. Neither are the hearses, but I want to try again for sure. These counter spells, like sometimes it felt like they were a bit like slow, and at other points they were top notch. So I like them still, and they could be like different choices. They could even be stifle. I've had success with that in previous leagues, but yeah, let's see. Thanks for watching. My first of hopefully many videos on YouTube. Juggling my newborn and my 7-year-old and so on. But it's a pleasure, and I hope you'll like these videos. If you like, of course, subscribe, comment, what else? Like these things. Would be nice if it makes a difference. I imagine I've heard that that makes a difference for a YouTube channel. So yeah, see you in the next video.